tour buses that share the same parking lot as the trailhead, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, when you arrived there on the date of the incident, it was mid-morning, maybe a little after 10 a.m. Is that right?
Yes.
You mentioned starting off on the trail and then hearing some yelling, correct?
Yes.
And at that time, you were about 5 minutes into the hike, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 5 minutes in walking from this parking lot that has the tour buses, the people, and rent-a-cars, correct?
Yes.
You mentioned the trail, it can be pretty narrow, hazardous, but there's places it's hazardous and there's places it's not as hazardous, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You said that you heard this yelling and you guys tried to get there quickly, yes?
Yes.
Because you thought somebody had fallen off a cliff, right?
Yes.
In other words, you didn't think at the time somebody was being attacked because they weren't yelling, help, help, he's hitting me, he's killing me. They just were yelling and you thought they had fallen off a cliff, correct?
Yes.
You guys get there quickly and your friend Sarah Bosch, how do you say her last name? Boschbaum?
Brooksbaum?
Boschbaum? Okay. We'll call her Sarah. So your friend Sarah is with you, yes?
Yes.
And she was kind of going up, when you guys heard it, you guys kind of quickly went up together, correct?
Yes.
And she was kind of like right by you when you guys got there, right?
Yeah, she was right behind me.
Right by, yes. You indicated that you see a man, women on her back, a man on top, and you indicate you see him hitting her with a rock, but you only saw him hit her one time, correct?
Yes.
Back away. Was it you or Sarah who called 911? Sarah, right?
Sarah.
And then the female that you've come to know is Ariel. She starts crawling down to you guys, correct?
Yes.
And even as you backed away, she was talking or yelling out to you guys, don't leave, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he was, at the time, at least when you had backed away, Gerhardt was still there, yes? At
he was
the time you saw
Yes.
before you backed away, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, you heard her yelling, wait, or like, don't leave or something like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Gerhardt doesn't say anything to you guys, correct?
Correct.
And he doesn't, from what you saw, he doesn't come down and try to stop Miss Konig from crawling away, did he?
No.
He let her crawl down to where you guys were, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And he didn't get aggressive with you guys at all or yell at you, anything like, get the F out of here. He didn't communicate with you at all, correct?
Correct.
And as she was crawling down to you, he doesn't come back and kick her or hit her with the rock again. He lets her get back to where you guys are, right? Or get to where you guys are, right?
Yes.
You're in ICU nurse, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. During the time period you were assisting Miss Konig, she did not lose consciousness, correct?
Correct.
She was awake and alive and scooting to you, yelling out to you guys, correct?
Yes.
Gaza is at a tipping point. The adults who are malnourished today will die. That is preventable, and it's preventable if we make the action to happen now.
Initially, you indicated she could not walk, but when you guys got to the bottom by the trailhead, she stood up and walked towards the wall, correct?
No, she scooted towards the wall and onto the wall, and we helped her down from the wall.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to, well, Defense Exhibit 177 is body cam video of one of the officers. If we would seeing the police officer's body cam videos of when the three of you guys are coming off the trailhead help you refresh your memory as to whether she stood up and walked down?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I apologize. I wasn't able to have I wasn't able to show it to her ahead of time. Is there you stipulate to the showing the?
Do you have it on a smaller plate, like an iPad,
We can. If we can take 1 sec. I apologize.
or just on a computer or a laptop?
Sure. Can we approach and show?
Absolutely.
Okay. And with no audio. Okay. Mr. Darcy is going to come show you the video. Okay. And just watch it to yourself, and then I'm going to ask you a question after when you're done. Okay, has your memory been refreshed?
Yes, thank you.
So when I know it's been a while, so when you guys got towards the bottom, she did stand up and walk towards the wall before she got down, correct?
Yes.
All right. And ma'am, you never saw any vials or syringes, correct?
No.
Okay. Well, I asked that the wrong way. Did you see any vials or syringes?
No, I did not.
And ma'am, you did not see how the incident started, correct?
Correct.
You did not see who started it, correct?
Correct.
You did not see the whole incident, correct?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your time, Ms. Mars. Have a good day.
Any redirect? Yes, please.
Ms. Morris, in that video that Mr. Dirks just showed you, was Ariel able to walk on her own?
No.
She wasn't?
No.
How was she able to walk?
Sarah and I were on each side of her, helping her.
How were you and Sarah helping her walk?
She was kind of we were holding on to her.
Was Ariel able to walk under her own power?
No.
Objection, calls for speculation.
No, no, sir.
Was Ariel able to walk under her own power?
No.
A couple other things I want to follow up on. You described to Mr. Otake that Sarah was right behind you.
Yes.
Okay, is that when you guys, or when was Sarah right behind you?
Whenever we got up to the top.
Okay, so in order of who got to see the defendant and Ariel first, who got to see her first?
I did.
Okay. And last thing, Mr. Otake asked you about the rest of the trail. What's the rest of the Palipuca Trail like?
It's
Objection, vague as to the rest of it.
You were asked if you hiked the whole trail before, is that right?
yes.
Okay. Can you describe what the trail is like above where you saw the defendant and Ariel?
It's a pretty narrow ridge to get to the rest of the puka.
Is it more exposed to the cliff or less exposed up there?
I'd say more.
Is it more dangerous or less dangerous the closer you get to the puka?
More dangerous.
Thank you.
Very briefly, Aaron. Okay, ma'am. You asked about her walking. There was a time when you got to the bottom, you saw the video where she stood up and the two of you was side by side, and she was walking on her own legs as you guys are on the side of her, right? Correct.
Yes.
And you're an ICU nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't. Neither of you let her go and tried to let her walk on her own because you thought she might fall, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you didn't try. So you don't know if she could have walked on her own or not, correct?
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Ms. Morris. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can sit down. Watch that first step. Mr. Konig, please next to us.
Those date polls.
Everyone thought I had Botox. The truth? Just Arctic Arnica, nature's wrinkle fighter. In my 50s, retinol.
Sarah Bucksbaum to present. If I could have just a moment.
Of course.
Here, that is it. Oh, well, what's that? Do you? Okay. This is the man.
Can you raise your right hand, please?
Right here. You do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Please have a seat.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, before asking any other questions, can you pull the microphone as close to your face as possible? And as we go through the questions, can you speak into the microphone as much as possible?
Okay.
Okay. Can you please state your name?
Sarah Bucksbaum.
Right. Miss Sarah, where are you from?
I'm from Vancouver, Canada.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a registered nurse.
All right. Jumping right into it, I'm going to ask you about an incident from March 24th, 2025. Do you remember that incident?
Yes.
On March 24th, 2025, around 10 a.m., where were you?
On the Polypuka hike.
Is the Polypuka hike on the island of Oahu?
Yes.
What were you doing on Oahu in March 2025?
I was here on vacation
How long were you staying?
about 2 weeks.
When were you scheduled to leave?
I was scheduled to leave that night, actually.
So you're leaving the night of March 24th, 2025. Was anybody up with you at the Polypuka on March 24th of last year?
My friend Amanda.
What were you and Amanda planning to do up there?
Just hike.
And what hike were you going to do?
The Polypuka hike
About what time did you start the Polypuka hike?
at 10:24.
So 10:24 a.m.
Mhm.
Had you ever been on that hike?
Sorry,
before?
yes.
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 Sorry. Had you ever been on that hike before?
Yes.
How far into the hike did you get that day?
Approximately like 4 or 5 minutes in.
Get tax expertise without hidden fees. Switch to a TurboTax expert for $150. Say bye to fees and match with a trusted expert to handle your taxes. All forms, all returns, all tax situations. $150 all in. No surprises. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Watching the art, the artistry, it was breathtaking. It was breathtaking.
Beautiful. It was almost heavenly.
It awakens something in your heart.
It's going to sit with me. I'm going to be thinking about this all week.
We've been talking about coming together for many years now.
Nothing is perfect, but this was perfect.
I've seen videos online, but it didn't do it justice. To see it in person was mind-blowing.
I don't think anybody realizes how good this show is until you actually get into the theater and see it. They had this blend of control, expressiveness, gymnastic that just flowed and conveyed the story beautifully. They're really well trained. You can really see how good they are.
Incredible. Wish I could do what they could do.
He's a professionally trained ballroom dancer, and they impressed him so much.
everyone had the same joy. It wasn't different levels of joy. Everyone was pronouncing each step together at the highest form. So I look at perfection. It was purely perfection.
The orchestra, we were blown away. That was absolutely one of our favorite parts, that you have a live orchestra and it's so rich.
What a treat to have Chinese instruments, traditional Chinese instruments, with some Western instruments as well. The sound was very transporting.
I could just listen to it all the time. It was just so incredible. And
Can you describe the beginning section of the trail?
The beginning section is a bit of a bamboo forest where you're just uphill with dirt. And then once you're about 4-ish minutes in, you get to the clearing of the ridgeline.
Got it. And what happened as you and Amanda were hiking up the trail?
We started hearing a woman screaming for help.
You said it was a woman screaming?
Yeah, it was a woman desperately screaming for help.
What was she screaming?
Help, help, help.
When you heard the woman screaming, help, 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 what did you think?
We initially thought it was someone falling off the edge of the cliff. So we started running in the direction of the screaming.
And once you heard the woman screaming, help, 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 where did you go on the trail?
Initially, we were still in that beginning part. So we went up and then we hit the ridgeline and then we went a little bit along the ridgeline and came across like a corner. And then that's when we saw the defendant.
Okay. So can you describe, first of all, what you saw when you turned that corner on the ridgeline?
We saw a man, which was unexpected because we had been hearing a woman screaming, and stopped.
What position was the man in?
He was facing the ridge, sort of standing, but crouched a bit.
Did you see anybody else there initially?
Initially, I didn't.
Okay. Did you see anybody else there eventually?
Yes.
Who else did you see?
I saw Ariel.
What position was Ariel in?
When I saw her, she was on her stomach crawling towards us.
Now, how close was the man to the edge?
Fairly close.
Okay. And what was over the edge of the trail?
Nothing. It's just rich and then drop down.
Got it. Okay, so a drop.
Yeah, big drop.
Did the man have anything in his hands?
He had a rock.
If you were to see the man again, would you be able to recognize him?
Yes.
If he's in the courtroom today, could you point him out and let us know an article of clothing he's wearing?
He's wearing the blue shirt.
Okay. And Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
Record reflect identification was made.
Can you describe the condition of the woman as you saw her?
Her face was covered in blood. Her head was covered in. She was just fully covered in blood.
Did the woman say anything?
She screamed, "Help! He's trying to kill me. Call 911."
Okay. What was the position of the defendant and the woman when she screamed, "Help! He's trying to kill me"?
He was standing above her.
And where was she?
She was laying on her stomach.
After the woman said, "Help! He's trying to kill me," what did you do?
We initially backed up a bit because we were right on the edge and we didn't want to get attacked. So we backed up so we were in a safer area. And as we were backing up, I was calling 911 and Amanda was yelling at her saying that we were calling for help.
In that 911 call, what were you telling the dispatcher?
What we had just seen, that we saw a woman said that she was being attacked.
I'm sorry. Sarah, I think I asked that question. When you were making that 911 call, were you describing what you were seeing as you saw it or immediately after?
Immediately after.
Okay. I'm going to approach now with this one marked as State's Exhibit 3, previously provided to defense counsel. Okay, Sarah, I've handed you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 3. Do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes.
What is this?
This is a recording of the 911 call.
Did you review what's on this disc?
Yes.
What is on the disc? I'm sorry, you've already answered that. Is the recording of the 911 call on that disc a true and accurate recording of what you described to the 911 operator on March 24th, 2025?
Yes.
After you reviewed the disc, what did you do with it?
I signed it, and then they put it back, and then they took it away.
Okay. Is that the same disc you reviewed?
Yes.
Is that your signature on the disc?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, the state will move Exhibit 3 into evidence.
No objection. Was the mark for identification as State's Exhibit 3 is received into evidence?
Okay, and Sarah, if you can bear with me for a moment, I'm going to publish State's Exhibit 3.
Upwork gives my business access to the world's best freelance talent, so we can scale on demand. We really need an e-com expert. Upwork's AI helps match us with the perfect person for the project. Great portfolio, 5-star reviews. Perfect. What's next?
Get a match, get moving.
And ladies and gentlemen,
sorry.
Go ahead. Publish.
Okay.
Hi, someone's currently being attacked on the top of Polly Puka. Where? There's a man trying to kill her. She's blood all over her face. Where is it at? Polly Puka, the hike at the lookout. Okay, so Polly Lookout. She's on the Polly Puka hike, and he's currently attacking her. Okay, where, how far is the hike? Or is it the entrance? Where? We're probably like 5 minutes into the hike. Really quick. Okay, what are you seeing? We heard her screaming, help, help, help me, and then we saw a man over her, and then she crawled out with blood over her face, saying that he's trying to kill her. Did she know him? I don't know. Okay, where is he at? What is he wearing? He was in a t-shirt, white. He had brownish, sort of curly hair. Asian, Caucasian, Hawaiian, white guy? Yeah, white guy. And then what kind of shirt? T-shirt, maybe. I'm sorry, shorts. Pardon? What kind of shorts? I didn't see. She's wearing shorts though. Okay, and did he walk away from her? No, he was not. We walked away because we didn't want him to attack us. Okay, so he's still there. Yeah, they were both hiking. And was she Caucasian? What is she wearing? It was hard to say. She was covered in blood and she was crawling. Okay, and then, so she's 5 minutes into... The man is here. The girl is here. She's wearing a purple tank top. She's okay. She's covered in blood. She's near us, though. Does she have a weapon? Did he have a weapon? He didn't have a weapon. Okay, it's a rock. He was sitting on a rock. Okay. Is this the Polly Lookout? Is that the one on the town side going towards, or is it on the Kailua side? The Polly Lookout. We need an ambulance, but it's on the town side. There was an accident. The police are actually really close to the entrance because there was an accident. Okay, that helps me. Okay, and then what is your name? Sarah. Okay, we'll send somebody out there just to go for the officer and the ambulance. We'll definitely need an ambulance. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You okay?
Okay. After you made that 911 call, Sarah, what did you and Amanda do next?
We hiked down with Ariel.
Can you describe for us what it was like hiking down that trail with Ariel?
She wasn't able to walk, so she scooted down on her bum. Initially, she was behind us. At one point, she asked if she could just be in the middle because she wasn't sure if he was going to come back and attack her. So Amanda was in the front, Ariel was in the middle, I was at the end, and I was just looking around to see if he was going to come back or not.
Were you able to successfully get down to the bottom of the trail?
Yes.
Did the defendant follow you at all?
No.
When you were up on the trail, when you initially got to that clearing and saw the defendant, were you able to get a good look at him?
Yes.
Did you make eye contact
Yes.
How long did you make eye contact with the defendant for?
Approximately 30 seconds.
Can you describe seeing the defendant's eyes?
It's like a cold, emotionless stare.
How did you feel as you made eye contact with the defendant?
I felt very uneasy.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
Good morning, Ms. Bushbaum.
Hi.
You indicated 30 seconds, cold stare, looking into his eyes for 30 seconds, uneasy feeling you had, correct?
Yes.
Good look at him, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it true later that same day when the detective showed you a photo lineup that you initially picked the wrong person out of the photo lineup?
That was the next day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. The next day, you
yes.
picked the wrong person out of the photo lineup initially, correct?
Initially, because
That's just my question. Okay. Did you pick the wrong person out of the photo lineup initially?
yes.
And then when the detective said, keep going, then you said, oh, wait, that's him later, correct?
When I saw his eyes, yes.
Yeah. Well, number two, who you picked, you saw the eyes, correct?
They had stated that it could be like an older photo of him and he could look different.
I'm just asking you, when you looked at photo number two and said that was the person, you could see that person's eyes in the photo, yes?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, you live in Canada?
Yes.
All right. The prosecutors flew you in to testify today, yes?
Yes.
And this was not the first time doing this hike, was it?
No.
And you had gone on the hike before, correct?
Correct.
And you felt the hike was safe enough for you and your friend to go again, yes?
Correct.
I wanted to just ask you just more out of curiosity, you indicated you started the hike at 10:24?
Correct.
That's pretty specific. Did you have like a...
Amanda had started exercise on her watch.
Okay, got it. So that's helpful. So,
yeah.
And you guys went back and looked at the watch when it was started?
Yes.
And it showed 10:24?
Yes.
Okay, that's very helpful. So you guys started the hike at 10:24 a.m. on March 24th, correct?
Correct.
All right. 10:24 a.m. The parking lot, it shares a parking lot with Poly Lookout, yes?
Correct.
As you indicated, you guys were just about 4 minutes into the hike, correct?
Correct.
And in fact, on the 911 call, we can hear you saying, oh, we're really quick in, just about 5 minutes in, yes?
Correct.
So when you heard this, you were just about 4 to 5 minutes in from the busy parking lot where the tourists park to go to Poly Lookout, correct?
Correct.
You heard the yelling, you ran towards it quickly, and when you show up, you said your friend was in front of you?
Correct.
But you were right behind her, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And in fact, you didn't see the man hit the female, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Back away, and you called 911, yes?
Correct.
That was your voice on it?
Correct.
Okay. And you mentioned at some point she starts kind of crawling towards you, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. When you guys backed away and she was crawling towards you, the man that you saw, he didn't continue to, he didn't run after or attack the lady at that point, correct?
No, correct.
Okay. And he wasn't aggressive towards you in any way?
Correct.
And from when you were interacting with the female, she did not lose consciousness, correct?
Correct.
Stop treating your wavy hair like it's curly. It took me way too long to realize why my hair routine wasn't working for me.
You mentioned her crawling down. At the very end, when you got towards the wall, she stood up and you guys kind of helped, and she walked towards the wall, correct?
Yeah, there was myself, Amanda, and I believe an officer that were trying to help get her down the wall. Yeah,
And well, before you got to the wall, she stood up and walked towards the wall, yes?
with us supporting her.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And you did not get a good look at the rock that was in his hand, correct?
No, probably saw it briefly.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I should ask you something. How do you pronounce your last name? Is it
Buxbaum. Buxbaum?
Buxbaum?
Buxbaum, yeah.
Miss Buxbaum, you did not see how the incident started, correct?
Correct.
And you did not see who started the incident, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you did not, by the time you got there, you didn't even see anybody hit anybody, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you never saw a vial or a syringe, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay. Safe travels.
Can you redirect?
Yes. Okay. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
You were asked some questions about a photo lineup.
Correct.
And it sounded like you wanted to say something, but didn't get a chance. So what did you want to say?
Initially they had told us that the photos for the photo lineup could be old photos. They could be, he might not look like that currently. So that's why initially I thought maybe it might have looked like him. I wasn't 100% sure. But then when they showed the photo of him, I just had like this feeling within me. Like I saw the eyes and it was immediately, I knew right away. Like I had a gut reaction. I had a body reaction. It was very apparent that was him.
Thank you. No further questions.
Thank you.
But you did initially pick out a different map, right?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions, Mr. Warner?
No.
Ms. Buxbaum, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's that first step?
Okay.
Approach off record. Thank you, Counsel. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, quick 10-minute recess. We'll come back at 11:45 and we'll have a shorter section. We'll go to 12:30. We will take our normal lunch break. Leave your notebooks on the chair. All rise. Ms. Young, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, have a good night.
All grocery store produce has pesticides that can't be washed off, but only a few know this trick to get rid of it. So first,
Good night. Thank you. They basically know that they
You said it was a hiking application?
Yes.
What area of the island do these diagrams depict?
This is the Nuuanu area.
And then, are you familiar with the Nuuanu area yourself?
I am. I've worked there in the Nuuanu area in the earlier part of my career.
And are you familiar with the specific areas that your diagrams depict?
Yes.
Do these diagrams reasonably depict the Pali Lookout area and the Pali Puka Trail area on March 24, 2025?
That's correct.
At this point, the state moves exhibits 18 through 21 into evidence.
You're still talking.
No?
What has been marked for identification as states exhibits 18 through 21 inclusive will be received into evidence.
I got you. You can put those diagrams down for now. I'm going to have anything you do be on the big screen next to you. And then if you can see there's a pointer to your right, as I ask you to demonstrate, if you could use that, please.
Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, while Mr. Garner is publishing the diagrams and the exhibits, I should tell you, whatever exhibits are published here in the courtroom, this is not the only time that you get to see them. They will be made available for you. In fact, they'll go into the jury deliberation room with you so you can review them during your deliberations. So this is not the only time that you get to see these exhibits. Please proceed.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to publish states exhibit 18 right now. Officer Oku, could you explain or could you orient us to this diagram?
Yeah.
And if you can step down, if you do step down, could you keep your voice up?
For sure. So this is the diagram that I created, which was the area of the Nuuanu Pali and Pali Lookout Trail.
Where's the Pali Highway on this diagram?
That would be this yellow line here.
Okay, that's sort of in the central area of the diagram?
Correct.
Where is the Pali Lookout on this diagram?
This is the Pali Lookout here.
Okay. And it's on the bottom right?
Correct.
Where is the Pali Puka Trail on this diagram?
That would be this area here, which is a ridge line.
And I know you said you used a computer application, a hiking application to make this. Did you add anything to the diagram?
Specific locations, yes.
Okay. We're going to go through those. I see a red X on the right side of the diagram. What does the red X represent?
Sure, this red X depicts where the scene was.
What does the black star in the central area represent?
This is the black star here, which is along Nuuanu Pali Drive, I believe, and that is where the suspect was located.
What does the purple area represent on the right side?
This purple area represents the, I guess, area I searched. I conducted a search, and it's just the boundaries.
Got it. Okay, I'm going to keep you standing there. I'm now going to publish States Exhibit number 19. Okay, Officer Oku, could you orient us to this diagram?
Okay, sure. This is another view of the Pali Lookout area, just closer up.
I see a shaded gray area at the bottom, on the bottom middle right. What is that?
This here. This is the parking lot of the Pali Lookout.
Also, there's a bunch of these horizontal lines on the map. What are those?
These lines here?
Yes.
These are our what they call contour lines, and in a topography map, it represents the, I guess, elevation gain, or if the lines are closer together, it represents that the terrain is steeper. If it's further apart, the terrain is usually flat. And in a topography map, it usually just indicates the slopeness of the terrain.
How many vertical feet of elevation are between each line in this diagram?
Approximately, just foundational objection. State.
Do you know the amount of vertical feet that are between each line?
About 40 feet.
Well, yeah. It's the same objection. I mean, it's just a lack of foundation in terms of who made this map, where that hearsay information is.
State. Foundation, please.
Officer Oku, are you familiar with topographical maps?
I am.
How do you become familiar with them?
Use it while I hike.
Sorry?
I hike and I use it while I hike.
And are you able to determine the elevation difference between each line of the map?
Yes.
How would you do that?
It usually goes by about 40 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna go back.
Can we approach? Sure, come on.
That comments about distance of the line, I asked that be stricken.
Officer Oku's last testimony about the distance of the lines stricken from the record.
We're gonna move on, officer. Okay. Looking at this purple area on the right side, can you remind us what that was again?
Yeah, this was the area that I conducted a search for the suspect.
How long did you search for this suspect in this area?
That was approximately 4 to 4.5 hours.
What was the terrain like in that area?
It was dangerous. Vegetation was dense and difficult to traverse through.
What was the slope like?
Sorry, I didn't hear that last.
The terrain is dangerous and difficult to traverse through.
Okay, thank you.
When you say difficult to traverse through, sorry, tongue tied. When you say the terrain was difficult to traverse through, what made it difficult?
First of all, the steepness of the terrain, the vegetation and growth, and the limited space for you to walk.
Now, you mentioned a bit about dense brush. What was the plant cover like in that area?
It was heavy, but the trail, there's obviously a trail, but to the left and right, it was heavy.
Okay. And what was the specific coverage like kind of at the ground level?
It was rock, scree, loose rock, boulders, and plants.
Okay. And what was the ground coverage like off of the trail?
A little more dense brush.
Did you have any safety concerns canvassing this area?
I did.
What were those concerns?
Obviously, the safety for myself and other officers, either falling off of the cliff, and also the suspect.
Right. I'm going to move on.
Look at us. Nobody would ever think that two people like us would be spies.
To the KGB, I'm a POI.
Officer Oku, can you orient us to where this to what this diagram is showing?
Sure, this specifically shows the area where I searched on the public lookout.
Okay, is this the same view or a different view?
It's the same view.
Now, I see the purple area goes above the red star. Can you remind us one more time what the red X is?
Yeah, the red X is the scene.
Okay, and the purple area, it appears to go far above that on the map?
That's correct.
What was the terrain like above the scene?
It became increasingly more dangerous, a little more narrow and exposed.
And for non-hikers, what is exposed?
Sorry, exposed to the cliff face a little more, and obviously the weather.
What was the terrain like an area on the left side of this diagram, on the town side?
The town side, there was a slight decline going down into a heavily forested area.
And what was the... Okay, moving on, last diagram. Publishing States Exhibit 21. All right. What does this diagram depict?
This is a over the top view, like a bird's eye view of the Pali Highway and the Pali Nuanu area.
And you mentioned Nuanu Pali Road. What is that?
This is the access road that you can access the lookout to.
All right, I'm sorry, I gotta go back just a little bit to States Exhibit 19. Okay, and I'm actually going to circle an area on the map using the iPad here. What was the terrain like in this area?
Objection, lacks foundation. It's not an area he canvassed.
Sustain.
Officer Oku, are you familiar with this area?
I am.
Have you ever been there before?
No.
Okay, how do you become familiar with the area?
Well, I can see that area when I'm hiking up and down. So.
Okay. So what is the, I guess, not the terrain under the trees, but what is the general terrain like that you could see?
It's a mountainside with canvas trees and brush.
Okay. All right, you can have a seat. All right. Officer Oku, did you find the suspect while canvassing for 4.5 hours?
He was located, yes.
Did you find the suspect?
No, I didn't find the suspect.
Did you find any additional evidence while canvassing?
No.
Okay, so did you find any syringes?
No.
Did you find a cell phone?
No.
Did you find a wallet?
No.
A purse?
No.
Any vials?
No.
Thank you for your question, or thank you for your answers.
Cross-examination.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Officer Oku.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for being here. Just a few questions. Now, you indicated that you're familiar with that hike and that parking lot area. Is that right?
That's correct.
And is that from your work? Did you used to be on patrol in the Nuanu area?
Doing patrol and as well as missing persons detail.
Okay. And then also, had you ever hiked on that hike before this?
I have.
Okay. And it's true then that the parking lot that you access the trailhead for, it's the same parking lot for the Pali Lookout, yes?
Correct.
And in your experience in all these different ways, the Pali Lookout at midday, 10 a.m., it can be pretty crowded, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you indicated you canvassed the area, meaning you searched the area, yes?
Yes.
And in addition to searching for a suspect, you were also canvassing for any evidence pertinent to the case, correct?
Oh, that's correct. Yes.
Okay. And so not only are you walking around or hiking around looking for a suspect, but you're keeping an eye out for evidence as well, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And you said about 4.5 hours, is that right?
Correct. Approximately.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, can we pull up exhibit, Your Honor, it's already in evidence, exhibit 20. If you can put it on the screen, please. Mr. Dirks will help us with that. Okay. 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 Does it get bigger than that? Or? Okay. I think everyone can see it. I guess the question I had is, may I approach, Your Honor? Please? Okay. This, this pink area here,
Yes.
you said that's the area you canvassed?
That's correct.
Did you have like a GPS thing that helped you pinpoint that was the area you canvassed? Or was this kind of more of an estimation?
More of estimation.
Okay. So in other words, you took this map and then kind of estimated how far this way or that way and how far up you went. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. But no GPS exact pinpointing that these are the areas we canvassed, correct?
Correct.
All right. But your best guess, right? Our best estimate, right?
Yes.
Now, you said that the X is what was reported to you to be the scene, yes?
Correct.
And then you went all the way up higher, correct?
Yes.
And I think you said above the X, when you got higher up, it was more exposed, yes?
That's true, yes.
Meaning exposed to the cliff edge, correct?
Yes.
But you mentioned the lower part where the scene and down that way, down back towards the parking lot, there was heavy vegetation, you mentioned, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I think you mentioned the vegetation was dense, right?
That's correct.
And on the left and the right of the trail, the vegetation was heavy, but there was a trail, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned as you heading up higher, you had some safety concerns. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Oh yes.
Oh, sorry. What were you? How were you attired that day? How were you dressed that day?
I was in the plainclothes capacity, but I still had my ballistic vest on. My badge was around my neck on the lanyard like this.
Okay.
I also had my department issued firearm.
Okay.
And yeah.
Did you have any specialized hiking gear or ropes or pulleys or anything like that?
No, I had a backpack with some water.
Okay. So some safety concerns, but not enough where you felt you could do it, right?
Correct.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, officer. No further questions.
Any reader? Yes, please.
How familiar were you with that hike, officer?
I've done it a few times.
How far up have you gone?
I've gone to a little bit past the puka.
Since we've asked about your experience, I'll ask this. In your experience, what level of danger is this trail?
Well, objection vague.
In your experience, how dangerous is this trail?
Same objection.
Overruled.
It could be very dangerous.
Now, you were asked about the scene and about the brush at the area near the scene. Is there any exposure at the scene that you saw in there?
Yes, there is.
What exposure is there at the scene?
There is a cliff to the right.
And I know you were asked about the estimating the area you searched. Were you able to search the bottom of the cliff yourself?
I attempted to.
How so?
I went on to the Kanyohe side, and I believe that's the golf course area to see if I could get to the base of the cliff. But due to the, I guess, daylight and the accessibility, it wasn't possible.
And you were asked something and brought up the missing persons detail. What was your experience in that area for the missing persons detail?
I've had a few cases where there were missing persons located at the bottom of the Pali Lookout.
Understood. Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
Any recross based on what was outside we direct?
No. Thank you, officer.
Officer, thank you. You can step down. Watch that first step.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garner, state's next witness.
State calls King Chuan.
When I started my record label, the business side of things, taxes, finances, definitely felt like adulting. But just because you start your own thing doesn't mean you have to figure it out on your own. It's been amazing to have a TurboTax expert to bounce ideas off of. Even if I'm in the studio alone at night, I have access to a TurboTax expert. I handle the music, they handle the tax questions.
File your taxes with confidence with TurboTax experts.
Everyone thought I had some sort of skin tightening treatment. Even my daughter asked if I'd finally tried Botox. But the truth? No injections, no filters, just plants from the Arctic. Real, living botanicals that taught my skin how to heal again. In my 50s, I reached a point where nothing worked anymore. Retinol burned my skin. Vitamin C made me peel. Expensive creams just sat there, heavy and useless. My face felt tight, raw, and dull. Every time I put on makeup, it only made things worse. Foundation cracking around my mouth, concealer clinging to dry patches. I remember staring in the mirror thinking, when did my skin stop being mine? Then I found Froya Organics. A friend mentioned it after her trip to Norway. She said, these wildflowers survive -30 winters. They don't die, they adapt. That stuck with me. I ordered one balm, not expecting much. When it arrived, I opened the jar and saw this rich golden color, like sunshine trapped in cream. It felt different, thick, but alive. I learned that Froya doesn't dilute anything. No water, no fillers, just pure Arctic oils, hand-blended with herbs that grow in extreme cold. That survival energy becomes your skin's resilience. Look at this balm. It's nothing like the moisturizer.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do. Thank you. Please have a seat.
Sorry, just give me a moment to get organized. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before I ask you any other questions, can I ask you to hold the microphone as close to your mouth as possible?
Okay.
And as much as possible, speak directly into the microphone for the rest of the day, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. First of all, can we start with your name?
Kang Chuan Wu,
And what is your occupation?
police officer,
And how long you been employed, or which department?
Honolulu Police Department.
How long you been employed by HPD?
Almost 22 years.
Were you employed and on duty on March 24th, 2025 at around 10:30 a.m.?
Yes, I was.
On that date and time, where were you dispatched to?
I was dispatched to the Pali Lookout.
Is that in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii?
Yes, it is.
When you got to the Pali Lookout, what did you do?
I met with other officers that were on scene. We gathered information.
When you say we gathered information, what does that mean?
We met with 2 witnesses, the complainant.
Is that 2 witnesses, including the complainant, or
2 witnesses and a complainant.
Okay, so 3 people total.
Correct.
And when you say gathering information, is that just speaking to them?
At that point, yes.
Why do you want to gather information when you get to the scene right away?
So we know what's going on, what happened, if we're looking for somebody.
Does quickly gathering information from witnesses at the scene help or hurt any investigation?
That helps the investigation.
Other than the 2 witnesses and the complainant, was there anybody else there at the scene?
There was.
Who was that?
There was a bystander who was giving the complainant first aid.
All right, so once you get to the Pali Lookout and you got to handle what was happening, where did you go?
Myself and Corporal Bulagai went up the trail to attempt to locate the suspect and the scene.
Which trail did you go up?
The Pali Puka Trail.
And were you wearing a body-worn camera on March 24, 2025?
I was.
Was it activated as you arrived to the scene?
Yes,
Was it activated as you went up the Pali Puka Trail?
it was.
And Was it turned on the whole way you went up the trail?
Yes.
I'm going to approach now with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 4, previously shown to defense. And just give me a moment. Okay, Corporal, do you recognize what this is? Or what I've just handed you?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a DVD.
Before testifying today, did you review what's on that disc?
I did.
And after reviewing, what did you do to the disc?
I signed it and date and timed the disc.
Is the video on this disc a fair and accurate depiction of what you observed on March 24th, 2025?
It is.
At this point, we'll enter States or move to enter States Exhibit 4 into evidence.
So, no objection, subject to what we discussed off the record.
Understood. So what is the mark for identification as State's Exhibit 4 you received into evidence?
Okay. I'm going to publish now what's been marked as States Exhibit 4. Okay. All right, publishing now what's been marked as States Exhibit 4. Okay, Corporal, who is in the photo at the moment, or in the pause? And I've paused at timestamp on the top right, 10:45:04.
Okay. The officer is Officer Chun. The arm behind him is one of the female hikers, and then the other female at the very edge of the screen is the second female hiker. The lady standing in the middle is the bystander that's assisting the complainant who has her head wrapped, sitting on the ground.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scoot forward in time, officer. Okay, and I'm going to pause here at timestamp 10:46:22. I'm going to play for a few seconds and pause again. Okay, Corporal, what are you doing at this point?
This is the beginning of the Palipuka Trail, over the wall from the parking lot of the Pali Lookout.
Okay. And our timestamp is now 10:46:32. I'm going to play for just a couple of minutes now, and I'll ask you questions in a moment.
Upwork puts the world's best freelance talent right at our fingertips. We need an AI chatbot for customer service. Upwork's AI combs through thousands of freelancers to help match us with the perfect person for the project. Today, a chatbot. Tomorrow,
we're building an app.
Love that for us.
Get a match, get moving. Upwork.
In the Wenatchee Valley, beautiful. The views from here towards the Cascades to the west and toward the Waterville Plateau in the east are just stunning. And we're trying to build multi-use trails for equestrian users, mountain bikers, hikers, runners. I love getting outside and having a quiet moment with birds singing. We love this place, and we think you will too.
I'm going to pause now at 10:47:22. Corporal, how steep is this area?
The initial part of the hike is kind of a vertical or like steep incline.
Did you hike just using your feet? Did you use any other body parts?
Yeah, my hands.
Corporal, I'm going to pause here. 10:47:51. Kind of a strange question. What were you wearing that day?
I'm wearing basically what I'm wearing right now, my Class A standard patrol uniform.
Okay. Did you have any gear with you?
Just my duty belt, my bulletproof vest. That's it.
How much does a duty belt weigh?
Altogether, the equipment is probably close to 20 pounds.
Thanks for clarifying. All right, we're going to play again at 10:47:51. Corporal, we're going to pause here. 10:48:29. Have you reached the top yet?
No.
Okay. Are you close?
When you mean the top of the trail, yeah.
Okay. We'll play the exhibit. Starting again at 10:48:29. Okay, Corporal, I'm going to pause here at 10:49:31. A couple seconds ago in the video, we saw you pausing. What were you doing then?
So I'm not just hiking. I'm looking for either the scene, evidence, and I'm also looking for the suspect.
All right, playing again at 10:49:31. Corporal, I've now paused at 10:50:16. What part of the trail are you seeing here?
I believe this is the first part of the edge of the mountain that I arrived to.
Okay. And can you orient us from this screen? Which side is windward side? Which side is town?
Okay. To the left is town, and then to the right, where the edge is Kanyohei, or windward.
Playing at 10:50:16. Pausing at 10:50:36. Why'd you go back?
There was no other way to go. Had to turn around.
Got it. So you had a dead end at that point.
Yes.
All right. Playing again at 10:50:36. Corporal, pausing at 10:51:08. What section did you just go through there?
It's just a little bit further up from that first opening.
Corporal, what part of the trail is this?
What timestamp?
Oh, I'm sorry. Timestamp 10:51:37.
It's just a little bit further up from that last opening, and then I can't really tell if the item is in the trail yet or not.
Okay. I will play at 10:51:37. If you ever want me to stop, just please say stop, okay?
Okay. Oh, that's no.
Oz, what is this?
This is the complainant's sweater that was on the hiking trail.
Okay.
What timestamp?
Timestamp 10:51:45. I'm going to play that same timestamp right now. Corporal, what are we looking at right now?
That would be the Kanyohei, the windward side of the island.
Okay. And if you could,
Sorry, timestamp again.
sorry, 10:52:21. Okay. I'm going to play it again at the same timestamp. I'm going to move ahead in time. So I'm going to pause here at 10:52:46. I'm going to scoot ahead in time a little bit. Okay, Corporal, this is now at 10:53:26. What area of the trail are we looking at? Oh, I'm sorry. And pausing at 10:53:31. What area of the trail are we looking at right there?
Okay, I believe we went down past the sweater on that trail. And then over here, there's kind of like an offset or like another little strip of the trail that you can walk off of the main trail. And then you can see the windward side, Kanyohei, in like that kind of really bright spot of the video. And then I believe this is the scene.
Okay. Did you actually go and look at the scene in this portion of your body-worn camera footage?
I did. I mean, I think at this point of my body-worn camera, I still wasn't sure that this was the scene or not. But later on, it is identified as the scene.
Did you take any photos of the scene?
I did.
Okay. And did you take any photos in general in your report?
I submitted with my report? I did.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm going to take State's Exhibit 4 down right now, and our end timestamp is 10:53:31. Okay. Corporal Wu, I'm going to approach now with Exhibits 5 through 14, which has previously been shown to defense. May I approach that?
Yes.
Corporal, I've handed you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 5 through 14. Can you take a look through all those for me, and then when you're done, look up? Okay, have you finished looking through all the exhibits?
Yes.
And do you recognize what I handed you?
Yes.
What are these?
These are photos that I took of the scene.
These photos fairly and accurately depict the scene as you observed it on March 24th, 2025.
Yes, it does.
The state will move to enter exhibits 5 through 14 into evidence.
Okay. No objection.
Thank you. Please mark for identification as State's Exhibits 5 through 14 inclusive to be received into evidence.
Corporal, I'm going to publish those photos up on the screen, and for each one, I'm going to ask you to explain a little bit. I'm going to start a little bit out of order. So, Corporal, I'm going to publish now State's Exhibit 13. What are we looking at in this photo?
Is it okay to look at the?
Yeah, and if you need to step down, please let us know.
Okay, that is a photo of where they intended to take a selfie from the ledge.
Objection. Lacks foundation, calls for speculation, hearsay.
To that, sustain.
So we're going to strike last answer. Just physically, what is in the photo?
It's the trail, or the edge of the trail of that one kind of side trail off of the main.
Oh, this is a side trail you were just mentioning a minute ago?
From yes.
Okay. And this is a still photograph of that?
Yes.
Okay. Publishing State's Exhibit 5 now. What is this photo of?
This is a rock that I found in the area in the brush.
What area of the brush?
The location of the incident.
Publishing State's. Sorry. Where? I'll move to strike that last answer.
Granted.
Okay. So sorry, officer. When I'm asking, where did you find that? Where in relation to the trail?
Oh, it was just to the. If you're looking from that first photograph, it would be to the left.
Okay.
So
I'm actually going to publish now 2 exhibits. I'm going to publish States Exhibit 13 as along with States Exhibit 5. Okay, so States Exhibit 13 and States Exhibit 5 are up on the board next to each other. Can you describe how they relate to each other?
The close-up of the rock is in this larger photograph, and it should be in that left portion. You see where it's like where people walk that trail. It should be in that left.
Okay, Corporal, could you take the pointer that's on your right side of the witness stand? And could you direct us to where you took that photo of the rock on States Exhibit 13, the wide angle photo?
Okay, so it should be over here.
Okay, thank you for explaining. I'm going to take both exhibits down for now. All right. Publish now States Exhibit 6. Okay, Corporal, what is in this photo?
So I moved the rock from in the brush and I moved it onto the trail.
Okay. And now publishing States Exhibit 7. What does this photo show?
It's a close-up of the previous photo.
Photos. Did you tamper with, alter, destroy any part of the rock?
No, I did not.
Okay. How did you move it?
With my hands.
Were you wearing gloves?
Yes.
Right. Corporal, how far up the trail did you go on March 24th, 2025?
I went about 6 minutes up the trail.
Were you able to locate the suspect on that date?
I was not.
Did you try to find the suspect?
I did.
How did you try and find him?
I tried to look for him, see if I could see him hiding anywhere. I also called out his name.
Approximately how many times did you call out his name?
Many times.
To your knowledge, was any evidence recovered from the scene?
Yes.
What was recovered that you know about?
The rock and the sweater.
Okay. Do you know who recovered the rock?
Our SIS evidence specialist.
Okay. Do you remember her name or no?
I believe it was Cobb.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Corporal Wu. No further questions at this time.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So you're a corporal?
Correct.
Okay, Corporal Wu. I have a few questions for you today. Thank you. Is that your patrol area?
It is.
And Poly Lookout parking lot is in your patrol area?
Correct.
So you're familiar with the parking lot and on 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. on a day like this, you've been there before?
More than likely, yeah.
And in your experience on patrol in that area, that parking lot is typically pretty crowded, yes?
Depending.
Yeah, but there's tour buses and cars and tourists that go to the Poly Lookout, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now you report to the scene, and pretty soon thereafter you start hiking up the trail, correct?
Yes.
And you said you were in your, did you call them Class A uniform?
Yes.
Like what you're wearing today, correct?
Correct.
And you mentioned that, you know, with your belt and your vest and everything, maybe about 20 pounds of gear, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And so you didn't have any specialized hiking equipment with you, did you?
No.
Okay. You didn't have any, you know, hiking shoes or ropes or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And you started up the trail, correct?
Correct.
And you felt safe enough. You felt it was safe enough for you to continue on to the point that you did, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you mentioned as you're heading up the trail that there was the main trail, and then there was kind of like you called it, I think, an offset, where you could go off the main trail to look over where you opened up so you can look off towards Kaneohe side, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Could we please go to, if possible, to 1050.16 of exhibit, what number? 4. Okay. This is one that was played earlier. And no audio. No, yeah. One second.